What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman calls a specific group of black women out for their dislike and hate of black men. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
You know, I've never mind calling out women in general for our bullshit because I'm a woman and I know we have a lot of bullshit, so I don't mind doing that. I do feel a little bit weird calling out black women because I don't like to, just call out black women. But the reason why I know black women is because I'm a black woman.
And you don't want to go against that sisterhood.
And some things should be said. Some things should be called out. And this one particular thing that I'm about to call out is worse than anything a black man I have ever heard say on TikTok or anywhere for that fact. So I feel like I should say something because the things that I'm hearing is so sick and sinister that it scares me a little bit. So, black women, for those of you who claim that you do not like the way black men represent us, you get upset because they are getting their passports and they're going overseas to find women. You get upset because their preferences is everything but a black woman. And you get upset by some of the harsh things or harsh opinions they may have about us. But I've seen multiple content creators that are black women go as low as saying because they have such hatred for black men that if they knew they were having a baby boy, they would have it.
Wow.
And they would say comments like, if I was ever pregnant, I would never have a baby boy. How sick is that?
That's sick.
Any child that God gives you is a blessing, but your hatred for black men runs that deep where you feel that you would want to have an abortion or not have a baby because it's a black boy. That is kind of sick, which brings me to my next thought. I kind of understand why black men sometimes have a problem with black women. Like, especially after talking to black men or listening to their stories, it's the indirect things that they say that makes me realize certain things. And I feel like for a black man, and this doesn't go for everyone, but for a black man, the first woman to ever disrespect them and devalue them and degrade them is their own mother, their own black mother. And you guys don't even realize you're doing that. Like, mothers really disrespect their black sons. And then you wonder why they hate black women because you are a core memory. You're a core memory. You are the first woman to disrespect your black son, whether it's bringing a whole bunch of men into your house and letting them see you sleep with a whole bunch of men or just the way you talk to them. Yeah, but we have to do better. Like, really, babies, that's kind of sick.
Yeah. Definitely very sick. Not kind of sick, very sick. Listen, guys, I don't have much to say here. We're just going to go straight into these comments. First take, what'd you guys think of that video? We're going to see what the people have to say. First comment here comes from a gentleman, and it says, that's evil in itself. They have made a deal with the devil. 32 likes. Next comment says, to be honest, I'm glad they finally verbalized it. That's been in their heart for decades. Next comment, this gentleman said, some facts to this. My mom never missed an opportunity to tell me I wasn't going to be shit, just like my dad. Now she's mad because I don't call. Another person responded back to that guy and says, I feel you. My mom was the same way. She's passed on and I haven't even visited her grave. My mom hated me. It's unfortunate. Next comment here says, my baby mother slept with half the neighborhood. Damn. And had my daughter sneaking behind my back, talking to a whole bunch of boys, and grandma helped too. Another guy responded back to that guy and says, you got a DNA test? He responded and said, the 304 escapades happened after my daughter was born. She left me for half the hood, with a smiling emoji. And the guy responded back to him and said, hey, you don't know that for sure. Do a check, with a sad eye. And the last comment here says, get a DNA test. Don't be dumb. Interesting. What do you guys think of that? Next comment here from another man says, man, I lived this life literally. My own mother said she wished she crossed her legs and popped my head off at birth. Jesus. Feelings you can never unhear. Yeah, you got to imagine the type of psychological trauma that has on you if your own mother, because of her trauma and her upbringing and her terrible background, decided to not heal, not work on herself, but do the same thing, right? Be a single mother and also start her own broken home. And she says things like this to hurt her son. That's terrible. That's terrible, right? I feel for these men. Another guy responded back to that guy and said, Jesus, I'm sorry, man. You didn't deserve that. No, you did not. Next comment from another gentleman says, that last part, ... Mothers, if you don't understand how scarring it is for your sons to see you bringing different men in and out, he can't unsee it. Another man here says, these women become our new clan with their words and actions. Last thread here starts out with this gentleman who says they were bashing the brother that just died and said because of the race of women he was married to, he deserved to die. And someone else responded back to that guy and says, which brother? Another guy here says, I don't remember, but he was a part of a show. And the last comment here says, Twitch, parentheses, Ellen show. That's the guy who, I remember that story, right? The gentleman, that guy was pretty popular and has been shared everywhere. Yeah, man, this is the type of topics where I think I have to make sure I encourage men to go out and seek therapy for some of the trauma that they have experienced. And in this case, maybe even from their own mother, right? I'm curious, if you have gone through this, what are steps you've taken to heal? And what do you guys think of this whole video and topic? Please comment down below. There's some pretty crazy things here that were shared. And obviously, there's some unhinged black women who don't have any love for black men. And I want to make it clear that not all black women are like this, right? Just like not all black men are toxic and terrible and bad. Listen, guys, as always, curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.